Yo, people. The time is 3:01 on the 8th of May 2026, and I've just called it there for today's trading day. Let's get right into the news. I've got a guy coming around to value my house in a minute, so we need to be a little bit quick. But going into the day, what are we doing? We reacted off of a daily gap, came down into a daily gap on NQ. Then proceeded to absolutely thunderfuck out of it, completely inverse this bearish 1 hour broke structure to the upside on the hourly. And then coming into the day, I was seeing we've got this bullish 4 hour, which I thought we could tap into and rebalance with low resistance liquidity below. As you can see, the market opened here and pumped, inversing not one, but two bearish 5-minute gaps with an SMT at the lows as well. There was no internal SMT and we weren't inside of a gap, so that's the reason not for an entry. Only valid excuse me. Only valid entry would have been during macro, came down, tapped into this bullish 5-minute and the inversed 5-minute. Why didn't I take this? We had no entry out of it. Not on the 1 minute, not on the 30-second, not even on the 15-second. We had no gaps until up here to inverse. And by then we were so overextended, I wasn't going to take an entry as it was already near my 50-point take profit. If I'd have set a limit here, because perfect 1 hour, those of you that know the RD strat, Joseph, I'm looking at you, Russian doll strat, we've got this bullish inside of the 5-minute, inside of the pre-tap of the already inversed bearish 5-minute. Proceeded to them absolutely fucking pump. Then waited for another entry possibility. I had this 5-minute marked out that we could have came into and tapped. We didn't. And then what was the reason for this missed trade? No other reason than we were just ridiculously pumping, and there was a bullish SMT followed by a 30-second inverse. That would have gone to 50-point take profit for a 1 to 2 in 1 to 3 candles. So what's that, a minute and a half? Pump 50 points. Break even at the internal high. Would have been. We weren't inside of a gap. If we'd have made this exact entry, just a bit lower inside the 5-minute, I'd have been in there like swimwear. Okay. But we didn't, and then proceeded to pump 50 points. This is where we are on the day. I mean, I'm sorry. This is just absolutely ridiculous. We have extended from market open to where we are now, a total of 269 points. Friday fuckery. No executions on the day. Here is where we are for the week. 75% win rate this week. 1.1 to 9 average win, average loss. Profit factor of 3.56. which is a very good profit factor on the week. Total P&L for the week is 44786. Missed entry yesterday, and then just absolutely no entry today. 1 trade on Wednesday, no trades on Monday. 1 loss, 1 break even, 1 win on Tuesday. So yeah, only 2 actual executions this week. So, well, 2 days where I took an execution. But yeah, it's just a bit crazy. And we've made a 15-minute, well, we've got a 15-minute all the way down here. But I don't want to just be longing into the abyss. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's good to have break even at the internal high and then have a take profit. But I feel like I'd just be longing into the abyss. So, fully locked out. See what next week holds for us. But that's fully it from me today. We've just been ridiculously bullish. My opinion is there's going to be some sort of bearish news. Trump speaks at 5 p.m. today. There's going to be some news about war, and it's going to probably get priced into the market Sunday night or Monday morning, which is going to take us down lower into probably a 4-hour gap that we're going to form. We'll probably see 29.4 by the end of next week, in my opinion, if we come down, manipulate into some sort of gap, which Trump takes us to, because he likes to open his fat mouth. And then followed by that hentavirus thing, that's very bearish for the indexes as well, especially if we have another lockdown, which I sure hope not, but trading conditions apparently were quite good. I've back tested 20 They were feral, but yeah. So that's my opinion. We're going to do some sort of manipulation over the weekend. Something's going to happen, whether it's the Henta virus or whether it's war news. Something's probably going to take us lower. Fill fucking hundreds of thousands of orders, get loads of money into the market, and then we may proceed to pump, or this could be the end of the rally, but it entirely depends, because from market open, no entry, we've just completely tapped into, nothingness. We're floating about. Shows that my model does work, but I didn't take any executions because of neither of these were an A+ setup. Like this one, we didn't have a gap to come off of, so it would have just been a limit or a displacement. And by the time we got the change in state of delivery up here, my stop loss would have been 46 points. I could, yes, have taken it for a 1 to 2 or even a 1 to 3. I didn't know that at the time. So, yeah, that's it for me on the week. Let's see what happens next week. Mind you, have a good weekend. Take care of yourself. Tell someone that you love them. Let's switch screen. There we go. Here I am. Yeah, have a good day, everyone. I am gonna go see me mother. Have a good weekend. I advise you all go to the gym. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And stay profitable. The main thing. When you see days like this, it's very easy to get FOMO and think, oh, if I just pressed that, how much money I'd have made. No, it could have gone the other way, and then you'd have gone like, yeah, now I'm really happy I didn't get into that because that's stupid. But yeah, Henta virus is a bit weird. Been hearing all about that. Seems like the propaganda again, where like every news station is talking about it. It's get brought up in majority of news events. Like every third scroll is something about it on Instagram and TikTok. So there's a lot of publicity about it, which obviously is going to affect the markets if anything were to happen. But Trump may speak about it tonight. No idea. Or something might happen over the weekend regarding war news, which could send us in any direction. If it's good, obviously pumps. If it's bad, shits the floor. So, apart from that, that is it for me for today. Friday, the 8th of May. Once again, no executions because of no gaps. We manipulate into a gap, have an SMT, an external and internal. We get the change in state of delivery, but change in state of delivery might mean more entries. But if we get the change in state, that's normally my break-even point if we enter off of an inverse gap. So, oh well, who knows? Up on the week. Can't complain too much. Slow motion is better than no motion, what I always like to say. But I'm going to get my house valued and go around and eat my mother's cooking. Sorted, boys. Have a good weekend. I will see you all on Monday. Watch out for the vlog. Tomorrow should be a good one. Love you all. Take care of yourself. Tell somebody you love them. Yeah. Knowledge is power. Trust. I might backtest a little bit this weekend. So join my TikTok for that. See you in a bit.